Good morning, Mr. McFowle. Arthur Oliver. We had an appointment. I'm really pleased to meet you because I heard you're a hard man to pin down. Are you staying longer in London this time?
Good morning, Arthur. A true businessman is always travelling towards his next goal. Business, you see, is like a capricious lady. It demands constant attention. Without it, it soon goes to pot. I know a lot of women like that, if you understand me.
But of course, do any of these ladies enjoy a good black coffee? I have a splendid variety for you.
Perhaps if its price is equally splendid. I'm always open to new relationships. I'm all ears.
I heard you used to be involved with the theater.
Why the past tense? True passion never dies. Of course, I devote most of my time to business. But that's theatre in a sense too, isn't it? Improvised perhaps, but all the more exciting for it.
Oh, yes. My next question then will be about coffee.
Bravo! And the curtain goes up.
I'm sure you know all the things I've heard about you, bursting with ideas.
I may have. You know, I'm not so vain as to listen to everything.
Mr. Van Haven, for one. I met him not long ago.
Ah, good old Joseph.
Just as I thought. After all, you have such vast experience in business and so many contacts.
I'm sure you'd like to avail yourself of him, eh?
Who?
Of course. You ask as if Richard was already dead. It's possible, I suppose. He was so...
Legend?
Yes, that fairy tale about...
No, I really haven't heard the
But of course, for thousands of years. In the age of great explorer.
Wow.
It is.
And yet?
Their arrogance...
Thanks.
All my obs...
Our philosophy.
I like it. McFowle's coffee should stand out. Be as bold as McFowle himself. You've reminded me...
That's a great story, Mr. McFowle.
Precisely. Yes, those were the days.
Mr.
You see, sir... Ma, you've kept me talking, Mr. Oliver. Any more, my train will have vanished like my...
A man of the arts, a top negotiator. You juggle roles like a class actor, or a super salesman, or maybe both.
Maybe. Maybe we could cut the foreplay, so I don't...
I'm sure of it. To business. You're a very important client for us, and we've worked hard on this deal. My partner had some doubts, but I convinced him that you're...
Sir, do you know what my experience is telling me now? That all this talk has allowed my blood sugar levels to...
I shall have to decline. I prefer coffee, and I've drunk several mugs already. Ah, yes, coffee. Please accept this album all about coffee, a present from Clarabelle. Knowing Miss Kersey, it's sure not to disappoint connoisseurs of either coffee or books.
Oh, that's very nice. You're saving me from having to gawp at the other passengers. I really must go and see Clarabelle. Maybe you'd like to come with me.
I really enjoy talking to you, but you've got a train to catch. How about we cut to the chase and finalize it?
We'll manage.
Good morning, Miss...
Good morning, Mr. Oliver. Would you like a coffee?
That's funny. I was about to propose.
We've got 31 varieties of coffee.
Yes, well,
What do we need?
not just any other.
I appreciate your brevity.
I.
From time.
Oh,
Fun.
I.
I did.
I studied.
Not.
I.
I.
Well,
What for?
that you.
That.
You have the same photo.
The same?
I saw it in Joseph.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was.
That's touching.
It,
I have no idea, Mr. Oliver. Doing business with the Kerseys can be both
did you have any bad.
Richard had a lot of
Is that how.
What does that have to do with anything, Mr. Oliver? And what decision of yours has anything to do with knowing about me and...
Well, for example.
Okay,
Miss.
carry on.
So we can add a unique marketing strategy.
I see you've thought this through well.
Of course, I'll make sure.
Thanks. We do actually have tried and tested suppliers, but...
Before we.
I like your approach. Anything that makes life easier.
Naturally.
We shall see.
Miss Gamelquist, if the Sorote brand is built on specialists as.
Sorote's success is about... Your offer is extremely interesting, Mr. Oliver. Interesting enough for me to, as an exception, offer you a small starting bonus. What would you say to receiving priority in our supply schedule? All I need is this discount.
Johns has given me similar terms, but with a product liaison who would take responsibility for logistical decisions.
There's nothing to think about. Mr. Oliver, Johns is on the verge of bankruptcy.
Daniel Johns bankrupt? We work together.
Friendships and business can be elusive.
Do you know the Burton story? They had enormous success based on good relations and.
We don't want Sorote to have such a homely image.
Not in the least. Okay, you know that eco-friendly breakfast cereal from Springer's? Their green line of products has been a big hit. So why not eco-friendly fair trade coffee from Sorote?
Well thought. We haven't even signed yet, and you've offered me an innovative idea.
With another meeting entirely devoted to the idea, Miss Gamelquist.
Okay, we'll discuss this at the next meeting.
Good morning, Miss Kobayashi. Thank you for the invitation.
Good morning, Mr. Oliver. Take a seat.
That painting behind you, is it possible I'm looking at an original Rothko?
Yes, and well done, Mr. Oliver.
I haven't come.
Such as?
We have
Thank you, I will. I'm pleasantly surprised.
It's enough for me if you come to think of us as more than just.
Done, Mr. Oliver. I like to give such.
I know you're sure.
How did you know about?
Indeed.
Of course.
But I have.
Perhaps.
I.
I usually go to museums. Let's keep it short and clear. Grind needs a change of image.
Free. 40% deliveries?
We don't want any revel.
My beans never go above 10 full imperfections. I'm just as good at promotions. For example, you have a new product, a coffee maker. So,
Sounds good. However, grind has long since ceased to be associated with its Japanese roots.
Newman is all about simplicity. That's how our new promotion should be.
I could be interested. How do you plan to implement your idea?
Elegant packaging with Grind's logo on it. Our graphic artist can prepare a few designs. We know all about product personalization.
That's what I'm counting on. I get bogged down even trying to decide on the packaging's color. I'll accept your terms, but when it comes to the design, please remember simplicity and originality.
Good morning, Mr. Van Haven. I'm Arthur Oliver.
Please don't go on. Let me speak.
Thank you. Can I just say, I think we can help.
In a word, yes.
I would agree.
You've got me there.
Nice photo. You speak.
What?
It should.
The very.
You look a
We were then.
Yeah.
I keep the picture. Ah,
It seemed.
not it.
I. We're new on the market.
That's great. Quality is my top priority, and that's what I taught Clarabelle, so.
Like it got chucked in there by accident?
Precisely. It was.
I.
The.
Well,
But of course. Your proposal exceeds my current capabilities.
that's too high a price for such a new company like mine.
Unfortunately, yes, I would. My first contract was a disaster, but
Well, definitely our quality.
I understand you. When I started out, someone believed in me and trusted.
In my position, a reduction like that is still a large amount.
I would sign it to get my foot in the door, Mr. Oliver. I'm not a patron, and Foxy Hills isn't a charity.
We both know your offer is too expensive.
And that's where you're wrong, Mr. Oliver. I have a boss too, and I can tell you, he wasn't at all convinced about our meeting. Maybe.
So how did you persuade your boss? If he was satisfied with your current suppliers, he wouldn't check out new ones, would he? Especially ones with a new product. I've seen your product range, and it could do with being freshened up. Our brand is...
Okay, I agree. You worked me hard, but I think the prospects for collab...